journeyed from its fortress home to Her Majesty's throne room. Encrusted with 440 precious and semi-precious stones, and with a frame of solid gold, it weighs 5 pounds.
But is it still as heavy? Yes, it is. Yes, it weighs a ton. It's very solid, isn't it?
Ma'am, I don't suppose you've seen it much.
No, I haven't.
Since the
Thank goodness.
coronation.
And it is impossible to tell which is front and back, I suppose. It's identical, I think.
The crowning with St Edward's crown is the centrepiece of the coronation.
Hope you all enjoyed that 2018 interview of the late Queen, rather briskly examining St Edward's crown. I did flinch when she grabbed hold of that fleur-de-lis and give it a good twizzle around. There we are. St Edward's crown is the centrepiece of the crown jewels of the United Kingdom. Named after St Edward the Confessor, versions of it have traditionally been used to crown English and British monarchs at their coronations since the 13th century. The original crown was a holy relic kept at Westminster Abbey at St Edward's burial place until the regalia were either sold or melted down when under the protectorate of Oliver Cromwell. Parliament abolished the monarchy in 1649 during the English Civil War. The current St Edward's crown was made for Charles II in 1661. By the royal goldsmith Sir Robert Viner, who we're seeing here. It is made of solid gold. The crown is similar in weight and overall appearance to the original crown, but its arches are baroque. There are many theories that although the original crown was broken down by having its jewels removed and sold, there's no documentary evidence of the gold from the original St Edward's crown having been sold or melted down under the protectorate of Oliver Cromwell, and the weight of the current crown is so similar to that of the original, many theorise that the gold from the original was used to make the current St Edward's crown in 1661. On weight of this evidence, writer and historian Martin Holmes, in a 1959 paper for the Archaeologia, concluded that in the time of the interregnum, St Edward's crown was saved from the melting pot and that its gold was used to make a new crown at the restoration of the monarchy. St Edward's crown is normally on public display in the Jewel House at the Tower of London. St Edward's crown is only used once in the reign of every monarch, and that one time that is used, the one time the monarch has contact with that crown, is the sacred moment when they are crowned, just with this crown. And that moment occurs with St Edward's crown while they're seated in St Edward's chair. And the service is always performed by the Archbishop of Canterbury. St Edward's crown is 22 carat gold and weighs 4.9 pounds in weight. It has 4 fleur-de-lis alternating with 4 cross pates, which support 2 dipped arches topped by a monde and cross pate. It has a purple velvet cap trimmed with ermine. The crown features 444 precious and fine gemstones, including 335 rose-cut aquamarines, 37 white topazes, 27 tourmalines, 12 rubies, 7 amethysts, 6 sapphires, 12 jargoons, 1 garnet, 1 spinel, 1 carbuncle, and 1 peridot. And as you can see, it's a very splendid and blingy thing, and incredibly heavy. As the Queen discussed, it is very, very heavy. This is why some of the monarchs in the past chose not to be crowned with this, because of its extreme weight. In 1671, Thomas Blood briefly stole the crown from the Tower of London, flattening it with a mallet in an attempt to conceal it, which he tucked under his cape. He was captured and, interestingly enough, pardoned and granted a pension for life by the new monarch, King Charles II. So what on earth did this man know that King Charles pardoned him for trying to steal and really damaged St Edward's crown? The crown was patched up but never truly recovered from Blood's attack. And here we see illustrations from the time, because what happened was Thomas Blood basically befriended the jewel house keeper over a period of time. It was like the ultimate confidence trickster trick. It was really well done. And then one day he arrived with friends and they hit the man over the head, stabbed him, and they stole St Edward's crown, the orb and sceptre, which the sceptre they bent in, one of them bent in half, and they made a dash for it and almost got out. But the jailer's son, who was in the army, had returned home and saw what was going on and raised the alarm. They were captured, and as I say, Blood was pardoned and given a pension for life, so God knows what on earth he knew. But there, I like this illustration because you can see, look what they're doing with the sceptre. The poor old jewel house keeper's on the floor, and he was an old fella as well, so it was a rotten bastard trick what they did. And they've grabbed the crown, and you can see the eagle there, look, the ampulla. As I say, the crown was patched up but never truly recovered from Blood's attack. So a new mond was created for the coronation of James II, and for William III, the base was changed from a circle to an oval, leaving us with the crown that we see today. After the coronation of William III in 1689, monarchs chose to be crowned with a lighter, bespoke coronation crown like that of George IV, which is what we're seeing here, or used their own state crown, while the incredibly heavy St Edward's crown usually rested on the high altar. It was not used again until the crowning of King George VI in 1937, and that's the image we're looking at here, and then Queen Elizabeth II in 1953, and that's what we're seeing here. On the 4th of June 2013, St Edward's crown was displayed on the high altar in Westminster Abbey at a service marking the 60th anniversary of the late Queen's coronation, the first time it had left the jewel house at the Tower of London since 1953. In December 2022, the crown was moved from the Tower of London to be resized ahead of the coronation of King Charles III and Queen Camilla on the 6th of May 2023. You'll next see the crown later on today, if you watch the coronation of King Charles III, when he'll be crowned with St Edward's crown while seated in St Edward's chair. Now, let's have a little bit of naughty in-pocket filming with a bit of a treat for you, and this bit is a little view of the crown jewels in the jewel house, so hope you're going to enjoy it. Off we go.